from the campus of Riverside City College. This is Inland Valley News.
Up next, an exclusive look at the event itself.
Pretty big changes to the RTA bus stops, but will it affect you?
Looking for fun and relaxation? Then Punta Cana is your destination.
With the results of the latest election, some students have been frightened of what might happen to them next. A student forum was organized, led by Christy Woods, to listen to student concerns. Our reporter, Misty Saveri, was there.
On November 17th, Christy Wood held the first of a new series of student forums that began when students started coming to her with concerns about the presidential election.
The election's in classes, and so I just decided to find a room and offer a space for students to be able to come and have an open forum and talk about their concerns and share them with other students and with supportive faculty and staff.
On November 29th, she held her second forum with guest Jose Medina, who she brought to hear the concerns of the students.
Our elected officials need to know student stories so they can better represent those students up in Sacramento. And so the assemblyman was very receptive and said, really appreciated the forum. And so I know that when he's in Sacramento and they're having discussions about what are students thinking and what are their concerns, he'll be able to say, well, I was at an RCC student forum not too long ago, and this is what the students told me.
Students had many concerns, which Wood and Medina addressed to the best of their ability.
Probably the most immediate and major concerns were concerns about rolling back DACA, or the Obama administration's support for the Dreamers, the general anti-immigrant sentiment, a lot of the anti-Muslim bias. Those were probably the biggest concerns.
The student forums will continue in the spring semester. If you're interested, contact Christy Wood with the History Department here at RCC. For Inland Valley News, I'm Misty Sperry.
Riverside City College and its film department just held their biannual Student Film Festival. Our reporter and filmmaker Brianna Hurd takes us behind the scenes.
Last weekend, families and instructors alike came together to screen the students' films and to celebrate the department's milestone. We decided to talk to Bud Tedesco, one of the founders of the festival, about what reaching its 20th anniversary means to him.
Well, it's pretty exciting to realize that the 20th semi-annual, which means we've been doing this for 10 years, and I've seen a lot of progress in the students. They seem more aware of the technology than I do, because the technology changes constantly. And of course, the productions look better. They're able to do more things with the software and editing. The cameras are better. They have terrific quality, so on and so forth. I see all these changes, and it really amazes me how quick it all changes. And it's really important that the students grasp that technology quick.
Constantly evolving through the years, the festival has allowed students to showcase their hard work and prepare them for bigger things to come. We take a moment to talk to student filmmaker and lab aide Tammy Trin about the significance of the event and what it means to the students.
The film festival is like a great thing that, as a lab aide of the film and television department, it's like basically the culmination of like a whole semester's efforts from our end and especially from the students' ends, because they're the ones putting in the short films that they worked so hard on. The fact that it's the 20th just means like this is 10 years of awesome work and like student devotion.
After a very successful and rewarding night, the department goes back to preparing for the next big event. This is Brianna Hurd reporting for Inland Valley News.
One of the most notorious serial killers in the nation was known as the Zodiac Killer. In the last of a three-part series, reporter Joe Villarreal identifies a suspect that may have been overlooked in the initial investigation.
July 5th, 1969, Mike Maggio was shot 4 times by the Zodiac serial killer. Mike survived the attack and saw the killer's face.
If you can keep this going and you can keep your mind active, whether you die or not, you're at least psychologically attuned, whether you're in shock or not.
On November 4, 2016, Terry Williams, in a phone conversation, told me that she was the niece of Albert Guy Hollingsworth, shown on this photo. In my investigation, I met Terry Williams. As a teenager, Terry was sadistically tortured by her uncle, Albert Hollingsworth. She overheard his claims at being the Zodiac Killer and heard him planning murders with her cousin Ed. Albert Hollingsworth's own mother suspected him of being the Zodiac. Police did not investigate his claims. Joe Villarreal, Inland Valley News.
Riverside City College is about to celebrate its 100 years of existence. Our reporter Andrew Rocha takes us on a look back on Riverside City College's upcoming centennial celebration.
2016 is RCC's 100th year. Celebrations were made for the City College, and its history was shared all around campus. RCC first opened in 1916 at the same site as the Riverside Polytechnic High School. Today, Riverside City College is part of the greater Riverside Community College District, which enrolls about 21,000 students each semester.
When I first started here, a lot of the buildings that weren't here been put up so quickly. Like the medical building, when I think it was put up in 2014 or 15, and it was, kind of like an overnight thing. And then if you guys go up to the parking lot upstairs, they have this new, I don't know what building that is, but they just built this whole new facility up there within 6 months. So, the school is rapidly changing all the time.
RCC may be 100 years old, but with so many maintained programs and an expanding campus, RCC is still 100 years strong. This is Andrew Rocha for Inland Valley News.
There's a bus station in our community undergoing changes in hopes of alleviating the homeless situation in Riverside. Our reporter Liam Rodriguez explains.
The RTA, a way for many students to get to school, a way for people to get to work. But with these new changes coming to decrease the downtown homeless population, will it affect them? For those of you that take the RTA bus, you might be looking for another means of transportation. On January 7th, they will be changing the bus routes and eliminating the downtown terminal in hopes of ridding the downtown area of some of the homeless. Harry Sullivan is a homeless man in the residential area of downtown Riverside. He is one of many that this change will be affecting due to the inability to wash his clothes here freely. The new system will affect 20 routes. Transit officials decided to revamp the service in Riverside in hopes of clearing up some of the homeless issue that they are having in downtown Riverside. With all these new changes coming to the Riverside City bus stop, hopefully none of them affect you. I'm Lee Rodriguez for Inland Valley News.
We have a late addition to our broadcast, so let's go to our reporter now.
I'm here in a Riverside neighborhood to talk about drone safety. Now, more than likely, you know somebody that owns one, and they're becoming more popular every day. So I spoke with a Corona firefighter to find out more.
In the firefighting community, it's kind of strange because I play both sides. I'm a drone enthusiast. I'm a U.S. enthusiast. I'm good at it. I use common sense. Also, there's another side of the coin where in the emergency responder career, they dislike drones because people infringe on safety operations, police activity, things like that, and definitely firefighting operations. I was up at the lake fire in Big Bear earlier in the year, and they had to close down air attack operations because somebody had their drone in the air. So when you're fighting a wildfire, air attack is the primary essential tool for getting that fire out quick. So if you're going to go up and try to get video of the fire or whatever you're trying to get, you're putting lives and property at risk because those aircraft have to immediately be grounded.
Let's now find out what a hobby store manager and a drone enthusiast have to say about safety.
A lot of it's just common sense. When you're flying in an area, it's good to have a spotter with you. I mean, that's the way we fly, especially when we're doing first-person view. When you're under the goggles or something, you really need a spotter just to kind of keep an eye out and make sure that there's nobody around that you're going to hit. A lot of the people are just going out on their own, and it's always good to have somebody just a backup spotter for you.
Make sure you have open areas to fly into. I fly in only parking lots, fields, and things like that. If you're flying directly in neighborhoods, that's already suspicious to people and disruptive. So especially when you're starting out, have big wide open spaces to practice and crash in, and I wouldn't add cameras until you're well experienced with it.
So for all you drone enthusiasts out there, remember, be aware of your surroundings and fly safe. This is Cy Garrett for Inland Valley News.
Professional photographer Gary Dorothy captures the beauty of Palm Springs through the lens of his camera. And reporter Damian Thompson takes us on online tour of his gallery in Palm Springs, California.
In the heart of downtown Palm Springs, Gary Dorothy plans out his next photo project in his gallery, Imageville, located at 128 La Plaza. Gary captures the beauty of Palm Springs and the surrounding Coachella Valley, as well as many other places.
In the 70s, I was working as a molecular biologist and didn't want to be doing that, really. So I took off on a cross-country bike trip, which ended in a health issue, and then I went hitchhiking around the country and went to Expo 74 in Spokane, Washington with my camera that I had just purchased. And then I hitchhiked all around the West Coast to national parks and photographed all the way, and then ended up in Seattle, Washington, and penniless, I started selling my photographs at Pike Place Market and then in Tacoma, Washington, and all over the states of Oregon and Washington for a couple years.
Now, Gary, this piece stood out to me more than the others. Tell me a little bit about this here.
Well, one reason it stood out is it's the largest piece in the gallery. It's on canvas. It's called Bougainvillea Aquatic Tableau number 9. Okay. And it's really a shot of my swimming pool, my dirty Palm Springs swimming pool after a windstorm. The beauty of this place is just a wonderful coincidence, I guess, because I spend almost every day at this gallery, and before and after I'm here, I'm out in the world shooting, and so the Coachella Valley gets my attention.
Next time you're in Palm Springs, be sure to stop by the Imageville Gallery and check out Gary's amazing photography. For Inland Valley News, I'm Damian Thompson.
Please stay tuned and we will return after these short messages.
Welcome to Punta Cana and the Dominican Republic. Today we're going to explore this beautiful Caribbean country.
Be sure to look out of your window. You'll be able to see the Bahamas and sometimes Cuba, depending on where you're sitting, en route to the Caribbean. Upon landing, you'll be greeted by some tropical weather, even if it's raining. Situated between Cuba and Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic occupies the eastern two-thirds of the island of Hispaniola and shares the island with Haiti, which occupies the western portion. It's larger than the Bahamas, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, and the Virgin Islands combined, and it's the second most visited island in the Caribbean behind Puerto Rico. Christopher Columbus landed on the island in December 1492, but Dominican history starts way before that. Taino Indians had settled the land 5,000 years before Columbus's arrival. The Dominican Republic is the site of the first permanent European settlement in the Americas. This is a place rich in culture and diversity, and the people are very friendly and helpful. Spanish is the primary language spoken here, although most are seeking to become multilingual. It's a great place with ample opportunities to come and teach English. That is, if you can handle the white sand beaches, aquamarine water, coconut palms, and lots of fun in the sun. Punta Cana is known for its beautiful beaches, and there are a number of excursions you can do while you're here to keep yourself busy and have fun. If you have an adventurous spirit and you love to relax, then this is the place for you. Here's a first-hand look at some of my favorite excursions. Definitely worth the excursion. It rained for a couple days here, so everything was muddy, and that's kind of how you want to do it. You want to come back and show how fun it was.
Doing the parasailing, Dominica, loving life.
Join us on part 2 when we travel to Santo Domingo, the capital city, and check out everything that's cool there. Inland Valley News, Damian Thompson.
Pokemon has retaken the country with its online game, and RCC is no exception. Our reporter Gary Alcala joins in the hunt.
We're here at RCC Tech Day to catch Pokemon. Let's go.
With the release of Pokemon Go on July 7th of this year, many old and new players of the Pokemon franchise bursted through the scene with gigantic numbers. The streets of downtown Riverside were packed with players surrounding themselves with the amount of Pokestops around Mission Inn Boulevard and University Avenue, as well as the rest of downtown. With new updates coming to the widely popular app every 2 weeks it seems, there have been rumors that the newest update will be the release of the second generation of Pokemon. We decided to talk to some Pokemon trainers about their thoughts of the app now and what this update would mean.
For a lot of players, including myself, I want to say that we're just casually playing now. We're not like as into the game as we used to, like when it first came out, along with everyone else who started playing it. There's probably going to be like a number of updates over the next year or so, just to like kind of reel back in like the old players and maybe bring in new ones.
So why exactly have players stopped playing the app as much as they did? Could it be because of all the new updates? Could it be because trainers are tired of catching Pidgeys? Some players still do play very actively, but they are almost alone in their endeavors.
Maybe like 3 to 4 months into the game's release, a lot of people started to play less and less, and I want to say this is mainly because of the in-game tracker. So for Niantic, who's the developers for the game, they kind of took away this ability to like know where to walk and where to go just to like catch certain things. I want to say the trackers are like the main thing that make people want to stop playing.
So hopefully the new updates will add more life to the app and make it a more enjoyable playing experience. I'm Gary Alcala reporting for Inland Valley News.
We have a breaking story from our Inland Valley News reporter. Let's go there now.
So I'm here today at the intersection of Main Street and the 91 freeway in Corona, where you can clearly see that the construction behind me is still ongoing. But if you're one of the many citizens that drives this freeway every day, remember, soon it will be finished.
It's easily the largest freeway construction project in Riverside County. We're widening about 7 to 8 miles of the 91 freeway, essentially from the Orange County line to the I-15 and a small part of the I-15 as well. It's a $1.4 billion project, and we're adding 1 extra lane in each direction and also bringing the toll lanes, the 91 Express toll lanes from Orange County through to the 15. So in many ways, we're adding anywhere between 2 to 3 lanes of new capacity in each direction to the 91 in the area where it's most congested. We look at this as an overall corridor investment, not just a freeway widening.
So with all the construction going on, I spoke with a couple of local commuters who have some advice for everybody dealing with the 91 freeway.
Pay attention.
And I mean, everyone says don't text. Yeah, don't text. There's other things you could be doing, like driving.
Everybody needs to slow down and plan their route ahead of time. With all the different changes that are happening, it's really difficult to get to where you're going.
This is Cy Garrett with Inland Valley News.
At Riverside City College, in the Technology B building, there is a new video editing class with a new teacher, Paul Gordon. Our reporter Nicholas Brazel introduces us to Paul Gordon and his new class.
We are here at the Riverside City campus where Paul Gordon is the new editing instructor. We are going to find out how the class is doing.
This is my first time teaching an editing class. I've edited a fair amount of stuff, my own stuff and other people's stuff, but I previously taught a directing class at Texas State University outside of Austin, Texas. I was really impressed with the work that people did, and the film program I'm impressed with the film program here.
For right now, Paul is teaching Final Cut Pro for the introduction class. Soon he will be teaching Premiere Pro. Paul Gordon has various production experience between post-production, production, and as a producer. Paul's main experience is in editing, also known as post-production. For those who are interested in joining the class, go on to WebAdvisor, look up the FTV class courses for the editing class.
There were a lot of people that came into the class already with, it seemed like, a fair amount of experience, and the people with less experience, we took it really seriously also. So it was a good mix of people, and I was impressed with the work people did.
And that's a cut on this story. My name's Nicholas Brazel. I'm with Inland Valley News. Back to you guys in the studio.
If you want to listen to some good music here on campus, let me introduce you to the RCC Marching Band. Well known as Hollywood's band, is world-renowned, that appeared in countless parades, and their halftime show, The Mark of Zorro, is awesome. Also appearing in many motion pictures, TV shows, commercials, and music videos as well. RCC hosted an Inland Empire Band Competition where different levels of bands competed and was rewarded their level placement trophies. The RCC Marching Tigers was founded in 1984, where they're known all over the world as ambassadors due to all the traveling and performing that they do. I'm Eddie Hoskins for Inland Valley News.
If you have any story ideas you would like us to investigate here on Inland Valley News, please contact us on the campus of Riverside City College in the Film and Television Department.
Or better yet, join the news team here at Inland Valley News by enrolling in classes in the Film and Video Department. We hope you will join us again in the new year. I'm Mark Carpenter.
And I'm Lanisha Judon. Thank you for watching and happy holidays.